Hey everyone, I'm Trevor and today we are at SeaWorld San Diego for the Seven Seas Food Festival. I'm so excited to check out all the new food, so let's get going. So first thing that we want to call attention to is back here behind the Explorers Reef Cafe area is where you're going to find like the hub for the Seven Seas Food Festival. Now it is pretty early in the day so far, so there's not a lot going on over here, but right over here off to the right is the Fortune Bar, and this is where you're going to purchase lanyards and things like that, the sampler lanyards. If you're a pass holder, they have the pass holder sampler lanyards there. We'll talk about more about that in a minute. And then right back here is the pillar where they have these booklets. James wants to show you the booklet. You can grab a booklet and it will show you the locations throughout the park where you can find Seven Seas food booths. One of them is right over there. Oh, Benjamin wants to show you the map. He's got the map out. You guys are so helpful today. Thank you so much. High five, dudes. All right, excellent. So I want to talk about the sampler price. Okay, so the sampler, I got the 18 sampler for pass members. It used to be $80. Look at that, they raised it to $85. So it went up $5. But then this is something I talked about in my most recent video. They also are adding a 5% surcharge. So not only are they raising the price of the item, they're adding this random 5% surcharge. So if you look online, it'll say $85. But then when you get in the park, bam, they add an extra like $5 on top of it. So with tax, this ended up coming to $96. This is the most expensive pass thing that I've ever had to buy for a Seven Seas Food Festival. This is just absolutely ridiculous. SeaWorld, this has gone too far. If you're gonna raise your prices, just please raise your prices. The 5% surcharge thing on top of raising your prices is like insulting. It really is. Now let's go have some food. We're gonna start right over here at the Eastern Pacific Shores, which is right next to the hub area. And here's a look at what they have on the menu. There is a Char Sui Bao Bun, pork gyoza, green papaya salad with shrimp, and mango mochi. If you would like to purchase the 10 sampler card, it is $70. Now, what's the difference between the 18 and the 15? The 15 and the 18 are the same exact price, but only pass members can get the 18 items. So you get 3 free items just by being a pass member. So even with that $85 price tag and the $96 that it was after all fees and taxes, it comes out to $5.33 an item. And we just got these 2 items. So we're still saving loads of money over buying them a la carte. I know I'm harping on this a lot, but if you look how small and fine print this is. Taxes and 5% surcharge on all guest checks. Are you gonna notice that? No, you're not gonna notice that when you're looking at the sign. Here we have the Char Sui Bao Bun here on the right. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, forgive me. And then Char Sui, I don't know. And on the left is the pork gyoza. So we got 3 of those. And the bao bun's just a single bao bun. Pretty average size. I mean, I've actually seen larger. This is kind of actually small, actually, now that I'm picking it up and holding it. But we're gonna give them a try. I see the insides of it.
Kind of plain looking.
So there is a look at the insides there of that bao bun. What do you think of the flavor?
It's okay.
It's okay? It's not bad. A little dry. I feel like it could be a little saucier, a little bit more flavorful. That's probably my main complaint with it, but otherwise it's not bad. I'd probably skip the bao bun. Just early recommendation.
I like this one better.
That one's a lot better?
Mm-hmm. It's got a nice little crunch to it. So, yeah, this is good.
My turn. Much better flavoring on this. It's got that dipping sauce. There's a little dipping sauce too. But let me just try some without the dipping sauce. That one's definitely better than the bao bun. If you're gonna get something from the food item or food booth over there, get the gyoza. Next we're coming up to Olympus Offerings, and here is a look at what they have on the menu here. There is the lamb gyro sliders, Harissa Chicken, or Harissa, which is what we are both going to be getting, and they also have a roasted garlic hummus plate here, baklava, and a few other items that you can get. So Amy is going to try the Harissa Chicken. This actually it's a very weighty dish, very, very heavy, filled pretty good too. So this is one of the ones that I would call a better value, definitely compared to something like that bao bun.
I wish I had a little bit more sauce because the couscous is kind of dry, but it's got a little kick to it, so it tastes good. I just wish there was a little bit more sauce to it.
Try some, just the meat. Just the couscous. and then a blend. I agree with Amy. The couscous is very dry. So the couscous all by itself, no. The chicken, very, very good. Love the chicken. The kick, still tingling in my mouth. I love it. Love spicy food. I didn't actually like the chicken once it was mixed with the couscous. Now, I like couscous, so let me tell you that. I do like couscous, but I feel like I would just like a tray of just the chicken, and all chicken, and I would be content and happy. I'm not complaining. The couscous, like, you know, helps add more depth and filling to the whole meal. It's just not that great tasting. Time for the lamb slider. The top of the bun was rock solid. It had a really strong crunch to it. I don't know if that's intentional, because the crunch did add a nice texture to the bun that, you know, when you have a normal bun, it's soft. So I didn't mind the crunch. It was just I wasn't expecting it. And I feel like the other ingredients is overpowering the gyro. I don't even really taste the gyro very much, but it's still a very good item. Well, the lamb slider is always one of our favorites, a highlight here of the Seven Seas Food Festival. The right amount of tzatziki sauce. This is a great item to get here at the Seven Seas Food Festival.
That bun is really hard to eat it though.
Good though?
Mm-hmm.
Next we've come over to Caribbean Comforts. Here they have a Jamaican meat pie, a mojo pork, Cuban beef picadillo, key lime pie, cocajito, Caribbean punch, which is a non-alcoholic drink, and more. So we got 4 items from Caribbean Comforts. The first is the Jamaican jerk chicken meat pie, which looks more like an empanada than a meat pie. Next we have the Cuban beef picadillo, which is this like meat filling and some white rice. Then we have the key lime pie. And finally, the Caribbean punch, which is a non-alcoholic beverage of Sprite, pineapple juice, and grenadine. Amy's gonna try the Caribbean punch. This is our first drink because we don't drink alcohol, and almost all the drinks at this thing are alcoholic. This is the first one I think that I've seen that's non-alcoholic.
Yeah, it's very pineapple-y.
Yeah. You can definitely taste the pineapple juice. I can taste the Sprite, but it almost feels like watered down Sprite, probably because of the other ingredients. Almost like bordering a flat tasting Sprite, but not quite. And then I don't know what grenadine tastes like, so maybe that's what's diluting the Sprite. But overall, I mean, it's a fantastic drink. So don't let me, I'm just trying to talk about the flavors. Next, Amy is trying the beef Cuban picadillo. This was her choice of item, and she doesn't know how to feel about her choice of item.
No, I don't.
And when I say her choice of item, we went through this list together, and we mutually agreed on most everything, but this is one of the ones that I wasn't sure about that Amy wanted on the list.
I mean, at least it's big. I'm just not totally sold on the spices they use. I think there's like nutmeg in there or something, but it's not what I expected based on what it looks like. That type of thing.
It is definitely one of the more filling items though, so it's worth your money. It's a tomato-based sauce, and it tastes kind of like you would expect a tomato-based sauce to taste like. It really feels like kind of a stew, almost like more of a meat pie than the meat pie. We haven't had the meat pie yet, but yeah, this is a good item. I like it. Now for the jerk chicken meat pie.
How am I supposed to eat this?
It looks like it's dry. Is it dry? No?
No. It's very loaded with chicken, actually. Like, the whole thing is chicken.
Yeah. No, it's definitely dry.
Really? I thought it was okay.
There's loads of chicken in there, of course, but it's not saucy at all, which I feel like a meat pie should have sauce in it. This is just a pastry wrapped around chicken, and I don't know, it's not I hate using the word moist, but I can't think of a better word for it. It's not moist enough for me. I just wish it were a little bit more liquidy or something like that to not be so dry, but it's got some nice flavor. The moment I've been waiting for since I got to the Seven Seas Food Festival, the key lime pie. It was one of my favorite items last year. Oh, I can't wait. Wow. They had a lemon one last year. Didn't see that on the list this year. I like the lemon one too, but lime is probably one of my favorite flavors, and this is fantastic. Down here in the Penguin Encounter Wild Arctic area, they've got a stage with some live music going on right now. Next up is Transatlantic Treats. And here we have the New England lobster roll, the mini shepherd's pie, and a few other offerings as well. So from Transatlantic Treats, we got New England lobster roll. Then we have the mini shepherd's pie. And finally, a sparkling punch, which is non-alcoholic. It's pink lemonade, cranberry juice, and sparkling soda, which is just keywords for Canada Dry. I saw them pour it in there.
How come this one's so much bigger than the other one?
I don't know. It is pretty huge, isn't it? Give a sip there.
I like the other one better.
Really?
I don't like cranberries that much, though.
I probably like this one better, but we'll see. Also, I'm joined today by David from Big Red Journeys.
Oh, me! Me! Oh! Woo! I got all excited. I'm a fanboy of his. So that's why okay. Hello.
May the forks be with you. I love the hat,
Yes.
David.
May the forks. May the forks. Oh, sorry.
If this is your first video seeing David in it, he joins me from time to time at a lot of different places. In fact, our schedule is going to line up a lot in the coming months, isn't it?
This is what I affectionately call seasons of cameo.
Yes.
Because at this point, we're just going to start saying, you going here, you going there? Sure, okay, we're going.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. The other one is better. I thought I would like this because I like punch and I like red drinks and I don't know. Something about it.
It's too cranberry-ish.
I think I preferred the Sprite and pineapple combo. That was good.
It's the special ingredient, the sparkling.
The
that you
sparkling.
said.
Yeah. Yes, Amy is trying the lobster roll. Last year we got a lobster roll with absolutely like no lobster on it.
It's pretty good. However, my idea of a lobster roll is I still can't compare to the one we had the one time in Maine. And all that was lobster meat and a little bit of drizzled butter. No mayonnaise, no chives, nothing else on it. It was a bun, lobster, butter.
We were in Portland.
We were in Portland,
come
Maine.
on.
And honestly, like, that was still...
You're not going to find a better
I know.
lobster roll. Definitely a lot more lobster. I feel like it's got a fishier flavor because of that. And I'm not that huge into fish. No, I like shellfish. I love shrimp, I love crab. I do like lobster. But, see, I'm kind of the opposite. I wish there was actually sauce in here. The sauce they had last year, it might have been overpowering because we had so little meat, but I would like some sort of sauce. This is just meat on bread. Meat pie.
What was that face for?
Well, I was expecting something more than just mashed potato, but it was all mashed potato. Not as much meat as I was expecting, mostly mashed potato. But the mashed potatoes are good. Mashed potatoes can be dry a lot of times, and these aren't dry. This has some really good flavor. It's nice and warm, and the meat flavoring that is in there just balances out the mashed potato. I love shepherd's pie. I think this is a great one. Could be a little larger, really, really tiny, so definitely not the value that's there. The lobster roll, just going back on that for a second, was one of the most expensive items I've seen at $11.99. It's definitely not the most filling item of all the items that we've seen here at the festival, but it's definitely one of the most bang for your buck as far as the sampler goes. So David went over to the Greek booth and got two of the same items we did. I'm curious to see what his thoughts are about those two.
Of course, first of all, oppa.
Oh, you got a drink. Is that an alcoholic?
It is, yes, sir.
What is it?
It is the, what's it called? The Italian spritz or something of that nature. It's like a margarita, Italian margarita. It's a pre-made one. I guess the company makes it. And to be honest, it tastes like a house margarita. You get like a Chili's, so nothing too fancy about that one. It's okay. 3 out of 5. True old fashioned, I always get. One of my favorite items. Lamb was cooked relatively nice. A little cold because mine was sitting out there for a little bit. They had them kind of like pre-made and just like, which made it nice for convenience of timing, but then if you're there for a while, it ends up getting pretty cold. So that was a down. But if it wasn't for the heat, 4.5 out of 5, to be honest with you. 5 if it was warm. The Harissa Chicken, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So it's a spicy Moroccan spice with a little couscous. Chicken's dry, chicken's cold, and I'm not tasting the spice. I'm not a huge fan. I'm very disappointed, so I'm going to give it like a 1.5.
So David offered a piece of his chicken to me, and I took a bite. There was no spice, no flavor whatsoever on that piece of chicken. Compared to the one that we got, The one that we got was so much better, and we only purchased it like a half an hour before him. So inconsistencies already in the food here at SeaWorld. Surprise, surprise. This has been a common theme. I was hoping that they were going to fix that this year.
Inconsistencies.
Were you going to say anything else?
I mean, no, that is like, realistically speaking, that is, the early days of the food festivals were like really hits, A+ all around. This is years ago, like 5, 6 years ago. Then I saw a decline, and I'm seeing a little bit of an increase. But the one thing that stays around from every year to year to year is consistency or lack thereof. Flavors, garnishes, heat, portion sizes. You can get the same item at the same time, and one is so much heavier and more food or protein. I don't know if it's a training issue, a knowledge, communication issue, I don't know what it is, but that is probably my number one biggest complaint is inconsistencies.
We're back here at the Wild Arctic stage again, and check out what's going on now. They're doing some ice carving. That is awesome. Right there in the same area as the Wild Arctic stage is Glacier Goodies. Here you can get a plant-based Swedish meatball, hot roast poutine, gravlax toast points, and a few other things.
So, if you can see it from here. Oh! And my name is Chef Reyes. Ricky is my assistant. My son is over here.
Well, that was really neat. How cool was that? I thought that was great. We sat here the whole time and just watched him make it, and it was fascinating. Over here on the Sky Tower lawn, they've got another live music event going on. It looks like some dancing. Just enjoy and dance along with the music. Right across from that, they do have 2 booths. One's a complete beer booth. I don't cover anything beer here on my channel. We don't drink beer, so none of those booths are in our video. However, David here, he likes to get the alcoholic beverages and things, so if you're interested in the alcoholic offerings,
I'm good, I'm okay.
if you're interested in the alcoholic offerings here at SeaWorld, check out his channel, David at Big Red Journeys, and he'll be able to share some of those thoughts with you. Over here is booth number 4, Bold Brazilian Bites. Here you can get the chorizo empanadas with chimichurri. I don't know how to pronounce that next thing. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of these things, actually. David's going to pronounce it for you.
There you go. You got the chorizo empanadas with chimichurri, pao de quijo, arepas con queso, alfajores with dulce de leche, and a caipirinha.
Excellent. Our next couple of booths are over here off to the left of the Manta Ride. So over here off to the right is the Baja Grill. Now in times past, the Baja Grill has been a part of the festivals, but it's kind of been so popular it's developed into its own little quick service stand that has the same food all year round now. Nachos with pork, favorite thing to get here at the Baja Grill. But just beyond that is booth number 8, the Savory Swells of the Gulf. And it looks like over here you can get a taco as well as some fried blackened Gulf shrimp and a few other things as well.
Oh yes, hello, how are you today? Good, I love your I love it. Hey, how's your day doing so far? Good?
Down by the waterfront and also near Manta is, let's see how to pronounce this, Onalicious Island Grill. Over here they have a huli huli chicken, spam fried rice, and Hawaiian mac salad. 2 items I really want to get on a future visit is that spam fried rice, because we are going to be going to Hawaii in just a few months, and we're going to vlog the whole trip here on the channel for you. So hit the like and subscribe button if you really want to see that content. But then I also want to get the Hawaiian mac salad. Both of those items sound fantastic to me. This area over here has traditionally been like a little kids area, but looks like they've transformed it to the Aloha Sunset Stage. So they've put in some benches down here, and they do some shows and some performances now. For the first time in forever, actually in about like 3 or 4 years, they put something in this little booth. It used to be Dippin' Dots so many long times ago. It sat empty for years. Now they have Thai tea coffee here. And it looks like they sell some macarons. That is a really expensive macaron. And then some coffee and tea options. So now we've looked at all of the Seven Seas Food Festival booths. What did I think? Well, of the items that we've tried, I felt like most of them were pretty good. There were a couple in there that I was like, no, pass. But most of them were decent-ish. And I do feel like the food overall has improved over the previous years. There's still been some favorites in previous years that they didn't have back this year that I kind of am missing because they were really good. But overall, yeah, I think we had a good time here today at the Seven Seas Food Festival. That's it for our time here today at the Seven Seas Food Festival here at SeaWorld San Diego. This is David from Big Red Journeys. Go check out his video. He's going to be hanging out here a little bit longer. Maybe got some shows. What do you got planned for today?
I'm just going to finish up the round. There's a few places I didn't get to check out. He got here a little bit before I did. So, just catch my own take of them, a couple more drinks. I never want to see if I can catch that Polynesian fire show before I leave. That's always the kind of like the creme de la creme of the shows here. So outside of that, just continuing to have a good time.
Excellent. Well, check out his video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.